it's so cloudy today, but Scott and I wanted to visit this park, which is Pilot Mountain State Park, which is really close to us, because the peak of autumn is just about to turn, and it is such a great view from up there.
I was looking at what you're filming. I actually find it more interesting to film with some of the car, that it gives some stability to
Well, it does see a little bit of the dashboard.
Yeah, move it back a little bit and you'll see a little bit of the frame. It makes it more interesting usually. Car shots.
Oh, look at this. They put a gate. You can go right. Don't you going to go all the way to the top?
Oh, we're going to go. Okay, I wasn't sure if you wanted
Well,
to
they
go.
close this if it gets really crowded and they need people to use the shuttle. You know, because they have a shuttle,
Right.
Which would be nice, because in all honesty, you could take the shuttle all the way up and then walk all the way down.
Oh, right, and your car's
yeah.
Well, I guess we just have to walk all the way down and all the way back up. That'll be great.
Ah, right. So the trees get smaller as we get higher, and we were noticing that it's at least 5 degrees colder already, just coming from the bottom of the mountain to the top. And we're surprised that a lot of times, especially in the fall, Hanging Rock and Pilot Mountain can be super packed, but it's really not. I mean, there's some, but comparatively to like what these should be. It has the feeling, it's a little bit breezy up here, and it has the feeling that it's gonna rain, but it's not. It's just gonna be a little bit cloudy and gray. But no, I have to have a jacket because the wind. Oh. We're always wondering, okay, so that road right there is the one that we just came up, and that's 52. And so just directly south of that, wait, you probably can't tell, but maybe there's like little buildings of Winston-Salem. And our house is just to the left. We're right at the bottom of Hanging Rock, which we'll be able to see once we get up on the top. Oh, the sun is slightly hard to peek through. It seems so ominous. But, oh my gosh, okay, wind.
The first time I tried saying, I had to save them for like 30 minutes, but I was finally able to save them. But then when I was up there, so that was one that I didn't think was going to be good.
Aww. Crying baby.
That's a good cry.
Scott says it's him crying. We were just saying how leaves are one of the most beautiful smells. And so that's also why we could never live in a place that didn't have fall. It just would make me sad. So we're saying how it seems wintry, but it's just the windy. It's more windy up here. Once you're down at the bottom, it's not windy at all. It's a little bit windier than we had planned, but this poster is new, so we thought we'd show this. Scott says that this is showing you the exact size of, oh my gosh. Okay, so if I put my arms out, I'm as big as a bald eagle.
That's a condor, probably the biggest one. Oh, that's a bald eagle.
Okay, bald eagle's feathers are just a little bit farther than my arms.
Wow.
And then we have a turkey vulture, osprey, red-tailed hawk, peregrine falcon, broad-winged hawk, and then American kestrel. That's really fun. And this shows you like where they migrate. So we get this little migration off here to the lower south. Yeah, you can't see birds up here sometimes. Oh. a quilt down there. Love it. I thought this was going to be such a pleasant, but it's chilly. Wow. Woo! So we're going to go walk around this knob, and it really only takes hardly anything. I would say, yeah, from the parking lot to going all the way around the knob is like maybe 32 minutes. So it's not a bad walk at all. I'd love to come up here and see the different seasons, how things look and how they change. Oh, there's a fire.
Oh yeah, look at that. Major fire.
We got chilly. We had to put our hoods
Yeah,
on.
definitely.
Our
It's
ears
windy.
are getting cold. It's so funny though. At the very bottom though, it'll be beautiful. I won't have to wear these coats at all.
You can see here where all the fire came all the way up to here.
Yeah, they do these controlled burns, and it was a pretty big deal.
That was actually that one.
Oh, that one was an uncontrolled? No, that's true. They do controlled ones, but I do remember, was it like a year ago or a year and a half ago, when it was pretty scary. It was in the news and people's homes, you know, were, it was, you know, it wasn't going to affect us, but it was going to affect people we knew, and also just like the air quality.
It's amazing to see at night because the whole side of the mountain was on fire.
Yeah,
And you could see
No,
the glow and the
it's
fire.
pretty
and the
scary.
whole- yeah, it was amazing.
Fires are scary. We were protected by the wind a little bit. Now we're getting back into it. It's a very easy, short hike, but there are a lot of stone steps, so it's not like, you know, handicap accessible. So there's three mountain ranges. There's Pilot Mountain, there's Sawa Town Mountain, and Hanging Rock. And if Scott pans a little bit, you see the first mountain is Sour. I say it wrong.
The Sour Town.
Sour Town Mountain.
S-A-U-R.
S-A-U-R.
A.
A.
Sour.
And so our house is literally kind of in between those mountains over there. We see kind of both of them. We see Hanging Rock from our house, and then if we just curve a little bit outside our street, we see Sour Town Mountain. And Scott said it's the Sour Town Mountain well, no, not
The
Sour Town
Saura
Mountain.
Indians. It's named after the Saura Indians.
They're not Sour Town Mountain Indians. They're just Sour Indians?
The Saura Indians, yeah.
Sora. We're not exactly sure how to say it.
And they renamed the mountains after the Saura
Okay.
Indian tribe, yeah.
Okay, it wasn't the opposite.
No.
Okay.
They probably had their own name for them, but that's been
See,
lost.
I have to do this because otherwise it like crunches my glasses. But those are the Indians that lived in this area. History
Very good.
fact. The sun came out for like 2 minutes. But I just wanted to show all these beautiful rock formations, and that this would be like a rock climber's, you know, fun little thing. But there's been a lot of, you know, deaths, unfortunately, at Hanging Rock in here, so they prohibit it because they don't want like some little kid walking by and then some guy splatting right in front of you. But
They still do have climbers who come. Because I see them on the trails, they carry
well,
their
there's
mats.
specific areas that are designated for it. Oh, it's so much less windy on this side. Yay! Scott was saying that you can still find the, how do you pronounce it? You pronounce it better than I do.
The Sara Indians.
You can
And,
find the
yeah,
arrowheads.
the arrowheads along the rivers especially.
Yeah.
People will go look for them and find, you can find quite a bit of them still.
Unfortunately, Scott said he tried to investigate about them, but there wasn't a lot written. You know, maybe it's just not, you know, a well-known tribe.
They're mentioned, and then, you know, they were driven off, and then, but nobody really documented much about them, and they're...
Oh, we see shadows. That means sun. Isn't that fascinating? Well, we're gonna go home now and do some computer stuff and figure out shipping on our website. All the other stuff that artists have to do besides creating artwork, there's the whole side of like trying to sell it, and we're going to be promoting Scott's print in the next couple weeks. I showed it to you before on the website, but I mean on the YouTube. I talk like an older person on the YouTube, so we'll be promoting the promo video about it soon. Wishing, oh thanks, happy Halloween to everybody. I hope these colors put you in the mood for all of you that don't live near trees that change color. Look at that beautiful red one. There you go. I'll end on that beautiful color. Hi! Have a good hike. I had to film that. It's so fun to see people traveling and tourism and then helping them take photos, because taking selfies of your, you know, and you never get photos of you together. So. Are you lowering it so it's farther away from the light?
Yep. So I don't get, since this is not, there's no brush strokes, I don't need to have it vertical. Having it this way gives it less distance for the light to do it. And the more you tilt it forward too, the more you get the light straight on. So that'll be good right there.
You have such a distinctive way of doing watercolor. I think you should do more of them.
Yeah, I think I want to do more of them.
I mean, you really, it's like it came very natural to you. Most people say that watercolor is scary, but for some reason you were just able to do it without like a lot of trial and error. Like it just seemed to...
Yeah, I probably haven't done that many watercolors total.
No, I know. You used to do a lot more of them.
They're fun, yeah. I do enjoy them.
So you're tilting the picture down and slightly angling it. Just there's a teeniest bit of an angle. And then you'll slightly angle the camera too.
Yeah, I can shoot it square on with the watercolor because there's no glare issues to worry about.
I just opened a 30 by 40 frame from Gold River Framers in Utah, and it just came in this box. We're gonna keep this plastic on it, so then when Scott stores them over there, kind of, you know, for future. But I just wanted to see. I kind of asked him specifically. I wanted a darker frame with a very warm finish, not gold leaf, almost more like a stain. Yeah, no, but this frame is freaking, I mean, it's so high end that Scott and I were thinking that, oh my gosh, like how long can you possibly order frames like this? So I'll put it in this stack of frames over here. But this frame with shipping was in the 800s. I mean, it's hard to even imagine having a painting that is worth, well, anyways, my paintings that are worth the cost of a, because you know that's with shipping, so it's the frame plus shipping to our house, but then we have to pack it up and then ship it off someplace else, no matter where it goes. Yeah, no, it's not easy being an artist and not going broke. That's just stuff. It's just, but it is pretty stunning. I bet you Scott will use that frame for the pre next year. Where is this painting from?
This is from one of the pack trips I did with, Matt Smith and Ned Mueller and Charles Mensch.
So is this in
This is
California?
in California. This is the Sierra Nevada mountains. This is Aalittle Lake. So this is just before you go over that. There's Aalittle Lake. Well, that's actually Iceberg Lake in there. And then we were camped down this way about 3 miles at Aalittle Lake. So we would go paint during the day and then come back to camp. And it's very high altitude, really pretty. So this is one of the on-the-spot paintings, probably 2 hours.
So you're just taking photos to send off,
Yeah.
finding landscapes. Where's this painting from?
This is from Glacier National Park.
I love the colors. Isn't it? I'm always asking you to put more pinks in your landscapes. I love it when I see purples and pinks. I don't know why. I think it softens the landscape, and I think for my sensibilities, I don't know, there's too many browns and greens in people's paintings. And it's also very abstract looking. It really has a very contemporary look to this.
Yeah, this was a very quick painting because I was just backpacking, and the light, I love this little light that was hitting on the side, but it was very quick because it very quickly moved completely into
But this
shadow.
looks like a little bit of a beach.
Yeah, it's just one of the little lakes there at Glacier
I
National
like it.
Park, so
Pretty colors.
one of
And
the
this is a
trails.
9x12.
That looks like it's 9x12.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
this is an 8x10. And
Yeah.
you did the atmosphere so well. And the reason why the atmosphere looks so great is because you didn't make your darks super dark. So your darkest dark is probably only like a 7, which then,
Tiny little spot in the foreground.
yeah, just like, but that's what makes it kind of atmosphere-y and kind of water. You can tell that there's, yeah, the pinks, and this is really beautiful. I personally love it when landscapes are a little bit more high key, but that's just my preference. I like it when they don't go full value. You said this was from Heisler Park.
This is Laguna Beach, and it's right at the bottom. Like Heisler Park is at the top, and then
Right.
this is down at the bottom where the rocks are.
Yeah, that's pretty. Oh, and that's like a little, what is that, a seagull, or what is that on the what would you call that? What kind of bird is that?
Gosh, now I'm drawing a
Peregrine?
blank. Yeah, it's where they dip their heads in, and egrets.
Egrets. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And this is from that time when I used to do all the Laguna plein air show for many years.
Oh, it's pretty.
And so we'd go out
I
for
think
the
it's hard to
weekend
paint water. You did it really good. Scott also took a photo of this one. This is a study that for a bigger painting that Scott did, and this painting is a 12x16.
I actually painted that at Kathy Anderson's house when we were
Oh, you
staying
did?
with her. I did it in the
I
studio
don't remember that.
as a little color study for the big painting that I did later. And I used the photograph of the girl in the forest from that powwow in Idaho. And then that's Aalittle Lake there.
So it's using two photos from completely different areas.
Yeah, it's kind of a fantasy sort of an idea of what
Yeah.
it would be like putting that person in there. And but that's from those pack trips. I did that painting from a photograph, but I'd done many paintings of that lake on those pack trips. So yeah.
And it just shows you how the drama from the left to the right, the totally, completely different feels of paintings. Yeah.
And even that study, when I did the final painting, I changed it greatly. I added a tree into it, and I added
Didn't you make the
flowers, and
foreground a lot darker too?
I added tons of flowers. I put it more in shadow. Yeah.
You just added tons of flowers.
Yeah.
Because you just, it wasn't colorful enough. You just needed to add tons of flowers.
That stuff I just made up, the tree and then all the flowers and stuff. And so they had a different feel to it.
Oh gosh. Well, taking photographs today. I'm obsessed with these Just Roll pre-rolled pizza crusts. It comes on this paper, and you just put that on your cookie sheet, and 14 minutes, and you put anything you want on it. And this whole crust I mean, it's like hardly any calories. So anyways, it's so thin. Just, I mean, I have to tell people when I love something, you just get this in the kind of like the refrigerator area, like possibly where you would get like biscuits or, you know, maybe other cheeses or dairy stuff, but I mean, I really love it. I'm not a cook, so this is one thing I will cook. I am getting a board, a mini board. So this is a 6x8 ready for a lesson. I'm gonna film a tiny oil that is inspired by, you know, one of these pastels I've been doing. And if it was up to me in a way, I would just keep doing those and I'd keep doing them because I feel like super excited. I feel almost like a lot of adrenaline is going on. I had a lot going on today. I mean, so I don't know. I feel all over the place. I bet you guys felt like that in the past. I've been like tapping. Have you ever heard of tapping? It's like you tap on these like parts where like the bone, you know, like your nervous system. This is a good one, your collarbone. So you tap on the top of your head, so, and then your temples, above, right there. Oh, right underneath your eyes. That's a good one too. Above here, here, and then you're supposed to do like the sides of your ribs, and it calms your nerves down. Like if you're like over anxious, that's how I feel like. I feel like first of all, I have a lot of things juggling. I felt like I was juggling nothing for about 3 or 4 weeks. You know, those kind of fears that like, should I give up art? That type of fear. I'm sure we've all had it, you know. I can feel like, I just feel pressure because I feel like, okay, now all of a sudden, like I have a lot going on. My thing is not sticking, my tape. Oh, so I might have to use this blue tape. My white tape is not sticking. Okay, so what I decided to do is I had to think about my lesson plan. What the ideas from the pastel, because it's easier to try new things with like a pastel than it is to go to oil. It just is. So I thought about it, and I'm gonna keep doing those, but I thought about it. So the one that I'm going to do is this one. The reason why is because primarily it is just a value painting in blue. It's really just blue. It's a medium value. It's on a neutral gray paper, but I have these museum boards that I've been painting on forever, and it's like the same color. So I thought, okay, I don't have to tone a canvas. I don't have to worry about anything else. So I also felt that whenever you try something new, do it small. So even though that drawing is like a 9x12, this is only a 6x8 because I'm transferring it over to oil, and it's going to be new for me. And my tape is not sticking. So I think I'm just going to start over. I'm going to start over and just retape it with better tape. It's just slightly, I don't know, I think my tape's not strong enough, or maybe I'm not using enough tape, but usually I like to use white tape because when you are filming, you know, having that white balance is just something good to have. But I can also just put something like a white card. Sometimes you can get those index cards, and I'll just tape it right next to it. But I'm all out of my artist tape. So I'll just use this blue stuff, taping it to a bigger board, and I'm gonna film me doing a little value study, but using that pastel. In fact, I'm not even gonna look at the photograph. So that's the idea also. It's like the idea of landscape artists who go out on spot, do a color study, figure out the brushwork, get all that fun, juicy stuff going, and then taking it back and making it larger from just looking at the study. That is what I'm gonna do with that. So I'm not gonna get too literal. And since I am going smaller, it's gonna be more simple. See, I think maybe I'm also a little nervous about doing this. It's the first time I've done it. Okay. Maybe this blue tape will help. You know, maybe I could gauge my values off this blue tape. So So I'm gonna tape this 6x8. I'm gonna have to use a lot of tape because it doesn't want to sit down. So this museum board is just sealed with water-based polyurethane. So it's a good, you know, solid surface. It's not gonna sink in. And I do love working on this tone, so I'm gonna just make sure. I don't know if I'm actually gonna start filming today because I don't know, I feel really off kilter. Like whenever you start something, make sure you're 100%. So I got I'm gonna use a small little shot box. So, okay. So I'm going to use my little mini Edge Pro gear, and I'm gonna clean up my palette. I haven't used it in a while, but the cool thing about this is that then I can kind of have it like that so you can see my palette at the same time I'm painting. Plus, since I am doing such a small painting, I don't need like a giant palette. So I'll put this right here and I will film it. And okay, I might just get everything ready tonight and then just start first thing in the morning because I want to be 100%. We'll see how I feel. But that is what I'm doing today. I was just stopping off at Target actually, and I saw these. They're only $5, and these are very similar to the things that I'm using during my figure drawing. Perfect. I actually love the fact that they say chalk, which means that they're going to be very soft and easy to manipulate.
No makeup day.
I have the sweetest 3 artist friends that came to visit me in my studio, and they're telling me just amazing news. So I can't share all of it, but tell me about the show that you're about to go see in Annapolis.
Women Artists of the West, East meets West.
Amazing. November 6th.
November the 6th, we're on our way
Yay!
there slowly. The Painting Divas have struck again.
So the Painting Divas, do they have like an Instagram or a website? How do we find out about
They
it?
have a website. Yes.
Painting Divas.
FreePaintingDivas.com.
Oh my God. So Amy and Julie used to live in Winston-Salem.
No, I
Wait.
live in Arkansas.
No, but you used to.
I used to.
And so that's how I got to know them. Adrian lives in Greensboro, and these two moved away to greener pastures. And Adrian, and they all stay together, best friends, and they
We paint
travel.
together every year. We have painted
Yeah.
together for over 20 years.
And they've surprised me. I feel like I'm so blessed that they came to surprise me in my little basement studio and tell me amazing news. So follow Women Artists of the West for their shows that they're going to have in national museums from now on.
It's wow.org.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yay. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
So, Scott, what are you starting these off in? Charcoal or what?
No,
Or
just doing them directly in the brush.
Oh, what are these called?
These are like brush markers. This is called.
So you were using these a couple weeks ago.
I used this, the first time a couple weeks ago. This is the second time.
So you're
I'm
kind of
using it.
exaggerating and almost making them cartoonish.
I don't know. I'm just sketching them, but you can
Okay,
kind
well,
of
no.
you can kind of.
Anne's like, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, you simplify things
No,
out.
I know, but you're not trying to like be. You're having fun with the line, is what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're welcome to. I haven't used these markers before. Usually we use charcoal, so it's kind of fun to play with them. You know?
Show me another page.
I've really only done one other page.
Oh, well, what were you drawing with before?
If you want to film this, I can do one and you can film it if you want.
Well, I
But,
want to draw too, but
oh,
I
okay,
mean,
there you
show
go.
me a page before.
I don't think that one was as good.
I always sound so snotty on my videos.
I don't think this one was as good.
Well, ooh,
It's kind of fun. These
Look
are
at that
quicker.
craziness. Is that like,
I started to not like the way I did the face.
what's the one before? So you started off with these markers. Oh, I
I
thought you were going to start off
I
with
started
chalk.
doing like we usually do, and then I thought,
Okay, yeah.
I'd rather just do it
And this
more.
one was the superhero pose.
That's your superhero.
See?
pose, yeah.
See how he
I'll
like,
probably-
Ninja Turtles.
I'll
Yeah.
probably do chalk when I do some longer ones.
Okay,
but,
cool.
these are fun. Yeah, it's kind of fun to try.
they're very
Yeah.
Frazetta-ish, you know, like those
Yeah.
guys who like to draw women with giant breasts.
Well, and he would usually use lighting like that. Very,
Right, right.
very
To
strong
accentuate
lighting,
every
you know,
muscle.
to really show the muscles. So yeah, it's kind of fun to do.
Yeah, I like this one at the very bottom. That one's a nice one.
Yeah, that was a really cool pose. I loved
Yeah.
the movement of everything. It was pretty neat. Because you're not doing the poses that are like getting the muscles to work themselves.
So Scott, you're using the General's chalks?
Yeah, I'm using these chalks. Yeah, it's kind of fun.
And then a little bit of white, yeah.
A little bit of white.
Oh, so are you doing her tattoos?
Yeah,
I don't
trying to
even
put a little
notice
of her
tattoos. I
on.
think
They're
that's
cool.
so fascinating. I don't even,
I don't
like
have
my
time
mind
to
does
really
not
do it.
even recognize tattoos,
It
which
would be
is so
fun to
interesting.
paint that, but-
On your arm, yeah. Wow. Look at that strong
Suggesting
light.
it.
I'm curious.
So I really like this one that Scott did. So he just used these, and this is like, I think probably, Scott, are these all generals, or is this, or, yeah, I guess, I wonder if this is a Holbein. I don't know. I think that might be a Holbein. But yeah, just like the generals, this is like a general sienna, and then the white, and he's using that pad that has his picture on it. So let's see. Oh, okay. Trying to do this with one hand. Okay. Oh. Oh, Scott. Oh, wait. I'm trying to like get. Could you get the cover of the pad so I can show people?
The cover of the cat. Oh, I see.
Yeah. That's the cover of the pad. Not actually Scott's drawing too, but this is the beige. Okay.
Yeah, the tone.
I like that last one a lot. Yeah. Our great model, Sabra. That was you probably only spent like maybe 20 minutes on it, but it was a 25-minute pose because Scott was sort of fiddling with the light. So yeah, he started off with the marker, and then this is definitely more of like an illustration,
Yeah,
kind of
these are
fantasy.
really quick sketches. So they just.
Yeah, but you have to be
sketching.
careful because it can look messy if you don't have it correct.
Yeah, you can't erase things. So,
Yeah, you can't erase.
So that's fun. And then we
And
were
then,
doing a little
of course, these
longer.
are my favorite.
How long were these?
These are like
8 minutes?
maybe no, those were like 15.
Okay, and then that was.
Yeah, no, that's a cool one. I liked it.
Well, good. There you go.